Okay. Hello, everyone. Notification sent to Discord. And let's open chat. Yeah. Okay. Continue. I hope everybody is well. Yeah. Let's do the card on the new map first. So I kind of assume it's on the new map at the very least. Maybe match the shape to one of these tombstones. Maybe. Doesn't really have a, like, that has a dip. This doesn't exactly have a dip, but it's an okay candidate. Not that one, not that one, not that one, not that one, not that one. No, no. You... Possibly. You know, the inlay is kind of disguising the shape, but it's got that... this edging. It's got the pedestal. I think that one's a very good candidate. That one's more lumpy on the side than the sharper edge. And I think this one dips... Oh. This one is a pretty good candidate. 1955 versus 1688. This might dip too far in. It's a pretty good candidate, though. It's got the small tip. Well, if this is the basing, then it's kind of having basing before the basing. Let's try this one. Cool. I got it right. I squeeze through a partially collapsed passageway and emerge in a small chamber. Glinting in the flickering torchlight, I catch sight of a pendant draped across an old gravestone. Grave robbery! Amazing! Yay! We won't get cursed at all. No way! A brown shard of some kind. Bronze. An orange gemstone and 2 black gemstones. Leathery. The strange shard is leathery. Bronze is smooth. The gems are hard but smooth. No smell or hearing. No inner perception. I don't know. Okay, so this, I think I need another side. This, I have not identified. Unpleasant sensation at the back of my skull. So, we put these to the side. Wait. Wait. Where's Jupiter? Hey. Where's my cat? Where's the Devourer of Souls? Why is Jupiter not here? He's supposed to protect me. Also, what if something happened to Jupiter? Was he not there last night? Oh dear. How am I gonna function without petting the cat? Was he there before I traveled to the cat? I don't remember seeing him. Was he not there when I quit and I just didn't notice? I act like I'm gonna see cat on the map. Hello, Constant Batter. Constant Batter. My awakening ceremony takes place at the convent tomorrow. I will need a talon. Ampresian talon. I can't believe they expect us to man the shop without Jupiter. Ampresian talon. The League of the Ampresian Heart uses these items as part of its grim initiation rite. Let me drink some water. The League of the Amphilian Heart uses these items as part of its grim initiation rite. They guard their secrets closely, but it is said that they worship the ancient, nameless gods, communing with them via the broken path. Acolytes must press the tip of a talon hard against their cheekbone to the point of drawing blood. They perform this act nightly for 49 days, 7 sevens, after which the scar will forever mark them. So you've got the scar there, which would tell us, like, shape, maybe, of the points. An initiate of the League of the Amphilian Heart. Nameless gods. Broken path. Okay, these are all things that are just... They don't have any other thing. Okay. So, our best clue is this. 2 weird divots. Maybe. Sense of crackling energy flickers in the depths of my mind. So unlikely, but possible. That says insanity. This was like protection, I think. Yeah, because it's the same as this. This is... Oh! This is a good candidate, I think. These are kind of curved. I don't know. Do I have this, like, book of symbology or something? What would it... What symbol would I be even looking for? Yeah, I don't know. So, I've got this, I've got this. I don't feel like I have enough to go on, to be honest. The tip of a talon hard against their cheekbone. I mean, it's called a talon. Would it just be this? I don't think that would scar right. I don't really like these as an option, though. Radical, welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're not drowning in snow. Nameless gods. Broken path, but they didn't lead anywhere. Tip of a talon. There's like 2 points of contact there. Got a fair bit, but it doesn't bother you none. Cool. Oh, he's wearing a snake. It's gotta be this. That's a little cool that they use, like, the character themselves to give you a clue there. Which they don't actually mention in the clues. The shape of the nail tip matched the scarring on the cheek of the person in the sketch, but he's also wearing a snake, which implies it might be a symbol of their religion. Also, Jupiter vanished. It's concerning. I don't have Cat. How do they expect me to run the shop without Cat? No Cat. Simon Green. Oh, where's Jupiter today? That's what I want to know. I always look forward to coming in to say hello to him. I've been working my way through the journal, but it's heavy going. I keep coming back to this series of sketches. Does this mean anything to you? Could it relate to the Pliffs? Working through journal. Slow and hard work. Coming back to this series of sketches. Pliffs. This has gotta be related to this. But the thing is, I still only have 3 of these, and there's 4 slots. I can't use this. Like, it doesn't... just doesn't function. Yeah, I don't know. Bonnie Robertson. Oh, not you again. I've come back for that Corvin's Mite, and I will not take no for an answer this time. Uh-oh. Jupiter, I have a soul for you to devour. Huh? She didn't! She stole Jupiter! I want a Coven's Might. Either you give it to me or you'll never see your cat again. Take it to the woods behind Kargoth. She kidnapped Jupiter! Hi, Draco. This person kidnapped my cat. And lady, I don't even know what a Coven's Might is. Hey. Jupiter, you can handle yourself, right? Woods behind Kargoth.
Shame. Cat stealers.
The madman, I tell you. Hey, next time anybody want to talk to me about my stolen cat? I think I've been cursed. 2 weeks ago, I was quietly minding my own business in the Guilty Lamb when a stranger came up to me. He handed me a book titled The Language of Dr. Lermont before leaving. Something about it intrigued me enough to take it home with me. Ever since I read the first page, I've been having terrible nightmares, and they're getting worse. I spoke to Dr. Robertson and she sent me here. Okay, you're not... See, here's the thing. Woods behind Kargoth. I have a missing cat. Somebody kidnapped my cat, and I was... Okay, Kargoth. Kargoth Hall 25. Kargoth Hall stands stately and pristine. Its grand architecture, a testimony of the Kargoth family legacy. Inside, generations of wealth and influence are on display at every turn, but with the girls taken ill, no visitors are welcome. Okay, woods behind Kargoth. That's close enough, says a voice from the shadows. Give me the Kargoth's might, and I'll return your cat. I peer into the gloom, but I can't see anyone amongst the trees. I hesitate. I should give her what she wants, but then again, I'm a Thurbitage. I don't always have to do what people want. Perhaps there is a better way to find out where Jupiter is. Diverging hook. Huh. A diverging hook is a way to carve thoughts from the mind of another. If done with skill, the third party may have no realization that the thought had ever been there at all, but it's all too easy to leave a mind in disarray. Even when approached with care, the unanchored thoughts are easy to lose track of. They have a single gemstone from each of the 3 thermic branches. Corvians are a type of bird, so maybe that can help. Yeah, they had a picture of a bird, so but the only bird themed thing is already labeled. So here's the thing, lady. I can't just give you an assassinations tool. And if you do this to a cat, who's to say you'll stop with just the one guy you think is responsible? Corvin's no. Diverging hook. Single gemstone from each of the 3 thermic branches. So I thought that perhaps they were kind of trying to trick you when these are both amber, but I don't know. Okay. Have a good look, Radical. Gemstone from each of the thermic branches. So I want there's more than 3. Yes, that's the book. So either a Duric or Nocturnic. One or the other, Selenic or Duranic, Amentic or Wictic. Let's see. That's definitely Malachite. And then a black gemstone, so obsidian. A Mentic and a Dururic. Of the day and of the mine, 2 different branches. So then, wait. Why did it have to be 2 D names? DRA. Okay. So that's celestial and individual. Now, Nocturnic or the daytime one? I keep picking up the wrong books. So I think a diverging hook would be this. Okay, that was not it. Well, let me just check if there's... I mean, I only have one other thing with 3 gemstones. The item has a gemstone from each of the thermic branches: amber from the dural, aquamarine from the celestial, topaz from the individual. I'm pretty sure the other one did too, but I guess I was misidentifying or something, or we just didn't care. Cinder, welcome in. This person kidnapped my cat, and now I was using the mind thing on her instead of giving her the assassinations tool. I focused my attention on the diverging hook, searching the woman's mind hurriedly for any thoughts relating to Jupiter. It doesn't take long for her to realize that something is wrong. She steps out from the shadows with an enraged look on her face and lunges at me, causing me to slice wildly with the diverging hook. Her feelings of anger flow through the hook into me and scatter. She stumbles forwards, confused now. I try again, this time latching onto a swirling image of Jupiter's face, and I cut once more. I learn instantly that Jupiter is safely stowed aboard the Mary Bell, and I back away uncertainly, feeling a complex mixture of anger and pity at the now placid woman in front of me. I think we might have just ruined her mind forever, but she stole my cat. Yes, the Eater of Souls is gone. The Devourer of Souls has been taken. So, the Mary Bell. The 23. 20 there. The Marybelle is an old paddler steamer that hasn't been in working condition for many years. There's nobody aboard and nobody that I can see at least, so I climb over the railing and start peering around through grimy windows. As I approach the far side of the boat, I hear a desperate crying coming from behind the windowsill. I try the handle and it opens to reveal an unimpressed cat with mismatched eyes, Jupiter. He springs from his prison into my arms. I hold him tight to my chest, and he rubs my chin with the back of his head, purring with delight. Jupiter! Catnap, not forgotten. Rescue Jupiter. Jupiter! Yay! Don't mess with our cat. Mess with the cats. Get internal damnation. Yes. How dare she? So I might have ruined her mind forever. But, like, the other option was letting her kill somebody, and I'm under the impression, so. Now, I need to use the bathroom. So I will be right back. Yeah. Alright. Now, you said that you thought you'd been cursed. Book on curses. You've been having terrible nightmares and they're getting worse. You said the book was Changes of Dr. Lermont. I mean, Noctic Sight, maybe. Those suffering from this curse speak of increasingly vivid nightmares. I feel like I should have, like, I don't know, sent a letter to that lady's sister, but... Ah, well, we just left her standing out in the woods. So... I'm not entirely sure what I'm looking for. Nightmare? No, not that. Noctic. No. No. Nope. Okay. Nightmare, right, I tried that one. Noctic Sight, Moonstone Guardian. For the banishment of Hobbs' fear and Noctic Sight, these tend to take the form of a comforting guardian. Well, this literally has a moonstone in it. Oh, wait, no, this is already a thing. A comforting guardian, huh? Oh. The item features a moonstone. A cat could be considered a comforting guardian. Absolutely. Yep. Unbound. Lift a curse. Achievement. Verona Green. There's not much that can unsettle me these days, but I found something at Kargoth Hall that I'd rather I hadn't. In the cellar where they found those two poor girls, I came across a bubbling black mass that was oozing from the rock itself. Ew. Seems there's a sickness in Undermere. It's in the earth and the water, and it's spreading. I suppose it falls to me to find out where it's coming from. Have you tried the east tower of that place we've been going? If it's underground, then underground's where I'll start. See if I can find anything in the catacombs. I've got a map. I realize now that I've been a little careless. I've been getting headaches. I won't go into the catacombs without a sextrum. I have a candidate for that already, but let me... Protects against insanity in all forms. These items, like the mind itself, are not well understood. The symbol for insanity with protection on all sides. I say all sides, but 3 sides. Identified. This item features the symbols of protection surrounding a symbol of insanity, hinting at its protective properties. Cat, Jupiter's okay. Okay. That's the end of the day. They're kind of implying... Oh, right. That. They're kind of implying that maybe I should have these, but like in the last game they did give me things before I could use them. Huh. So you can zoom in on the clock, actually. Maybe that's where the last piece will be, inside this clock. I'll end the day for now. He tried to use the diverging hook on his partner as he had done on himself, but he could find no part of him that had not been taken over by the infection. His partner's hand ripped at the satchel, tearing it open and sending the black casket tumbling out. Oh dear. The cross. There's several tombstones with crosses on them. Below a moon that does not shine, there is no mark upon my shrine. In the dark, but not alone, my neighbor bears A cross of stone. Interesting. I still think this is catacombs. It's raining. And Jupiter is still fine. Below a moon that does not shine. Here's a moon. And being stone, it won't shine. Here's also a moon. That's a moon. This might be a moon. There is no mark upon my shrine. Is that considered a mark? It needs to be below. In the dark, but not alone, my neighbor bears a cross of stone. Below a moon that does not shine, neighbor bears a cross of stone. But there's a mark on his shrine. Neighbor bears a cross of stone? This one's not marked. How much below are we talking? Below a moon that does not shine. My neighbor bears a cross of stone. In the dark but not alone. Catacombs. Neighbor. No, but this is coming from this direction. Well. No. I think it's this one. Yeah, okay. I find the blank tombstone without too much trouble, but there is nothing else here. Feeling foolish, I begin to make my way back to the surface when suddenly I see it, tucked away in a natural crack in the rock wall, a stone totem. That is what I came for. Interesting. Stone with some gold. Pitted and raised detailing. Oh. Is there like... Also, where did my note go? Did I get rid of it at some point? Or did they automatically put it in... That's not supposed to be in there. This is supposed to be up here. Let me see if I missed anything. Doesn't look like I did. That looks weird. Okay. I'm starting to feel like I should have like a fourth tile or know how to use this, but I don't, so... Maybe the symbols associated? Arsenic. I think this is the symbol for arsenic. Then we've got phosphorus. We've got antimony. Interesting. Catherine Walpole. I have traveled a long way searching for an eye of the forest. I have read stories of the Draenei of old who would hunt in partnership with an eagle, seeing what they see soaring on the wind. I intend to rekindle this lost custom. Perhaps you know something about it. Eye of Kronos. Known as the Eyes of the Forest, these ancient artifacts enable one to enter the minds of lesser creatures. It is alleged that Kronos himself wielded an eye. Eyes of Kronos are hard to come by, but they are powerful and should not be used carelessly. This is an eye, but I'm wondering if the forest... What's that symbol, I suppose? Which sign? Which sign? And then we've got silver or the moon. I mean... You, I suspect... I don't know. I feel like I just don't have enough to go off of here. Okay, jade. This could be jade. Stone of earth and nature. And Draric of the earth. Partnership with an eagle, connected to Kronos. Okay, this does look like his staff. This looks like his staff. Using the index in the book, I can find a sketch of Kronos holding an item that looks very similar to this one. The jade gemstone, a stone of nature, hints at the connection to the natural world. A mailman! David Chuffer. I was expecting to talk with Verona Green this morning, but she wasn't at home. She's in the catacombs. Unusual for her. I hope she's okay. Was that yesterday she went into the catacombs? I hope she's okay too. I think that was today. If you can spare the time, we'd appreciate your help. There's something unusual at that house. You can't miss us. We're the only detached house on Ruskin. Warmest regards, Mr. R. Bream. Only detached house on Ruskin. Huh. Wait, pet the cat. Yeah. I kind of like the multiple map systems. Ruskin. Ruskin? Ruskin. Only detached house. I'm greeted by a tired-looking middle-aged woman who immediately offers me tea. I gratefully accept, enjoying the social ritual before we meander towards the point of my visit. She leads me up the stairs and into the attic. A single small window does little to dispel the gloom, but our eyes slowly adjust. Then we hear the voices. At first, I think it's the house creaking in the wind, soft murmuring groans that seem to come from the walls themselves, but then I start to feel as though a conversation is happening, too quiet to make any sense of. Are we trying to make sense of the conversation here? With the hearing charm, I suddenly find myself able to pick up every single sound without difficulty. The whispered voices become clearer, and my heart beats faster as I hear what they're saying. They're discussing a section of the wall where some of the bricks are loose. Carefully, I pull them away to reveal a small cavity. Inside, to my horror, is a human skull. Its dark eyes staring lifelessly back at me. At the insistence of the voices, I reach inside the cavity, and my hand closes around an unusual-looking item. Immediately, the voices fall silent, and my heightened senses are left with the whooshing drumbeat of the blood being pumped around my body. So what did we do with the human skull? No, really. Did we leave that there? Did we turn it into the police? I hope so. Smooth, raised detailing. Green gemstone, bronze, green gemstone. What kind of green is that, though? Not like a bright green. It doesn't say it's turquoise, and it doesn't look very turquoise. It doesn't have the malachite. I think this might be Vivianite. Dark blue-green, a stone of death and decay. It grows on iron coffins and waterlogged corpses. Huh. I mean, it does look very close to bloodstone I've seen in person. The green that goes in bloodstone. Dark green or black with flecks of red. A dark stone for dark purposes. I wonder if it's always going to look like this picture, or if it's dark green and they're trying to, like, get one over on you. I guess it's... No, this is too bright to be the same stone, I feel like. I don't know. Cat. Greenville Paris. My father's sword has a space in the hilt where a shimmer should go, but he sold it to buy whiskey a long time ago. For whatever reason, he never did sell the sword itself. I wanted to restore it to its former glory. A shimmer. Shimmer. These belong to a series of objects that were designed to One moment.